morning students, welcome back to science class of 7th. In our previous video, we were studying the chapter number 16, that is water, a precious resource. It is our activity based chapter. So in my previous video, I had covered the topics, the importance of water, the three forms of water, then the scarcity and shortage of water, and how the groundwater maintains the water table. So let's take a quick recap. What are the three forms of water? Solid, liquid and gas. Why water is important for us? Water is important for everyone because to carry our daily life activities. Okay, then how underground water is very important for us, because underground water provide water in the form of tube wells, wells and pumps and fulfill our basic needs of water. Okay, so in today's video we will be studying the same chapter, water, precious resource. Okay, so first is depletion of water table. What do you mean by the word depletion? Depletion means reduction or lowering, यानी कि किसी चीज का कम हो जाना. So the lowering down of water table is called as depletion of water table. Okay. Now, factors which affect the water table. What are the factors which affect the water table? What do you mean by water table? Water table is the level of water in which it is found under the ground. Okay. So now we will study the factors which affect the water table. If the water table is high, there is a lot of water in that area, and if water table is low, there is scarcity or shortage of water. Okay, first one is increase in population. As we all know, the population of India is increasing day by day. India is the second most populated country in the world after China. So because of the increasing population, the basic needs of the people are also increasing. So that's why the amount of water used by the people is also one of the reason for the depletion of water table. More the consumption, more the depletion of water. Okay. Then second one, industrial and agricultural activities. As we all know that industries are the backbone of a country and agriculture too. So industries are the places where things are made out, and to make out things water is necessary in certain stage. So a lot of water is consumed by the industries also. Then in agriculture we need water for irrigation. So industrial and agricultural activities are also a main reason for the depletion of water table. Okay. Then third one is scanty rainfall. What do you mean by the word scanty? Scanty means insufficient, यानी कि भरपूर मात्रा में नहीं है, means not in proper amount. So if there is very less rainfall or scanty of rainfall, there is low water table. How? क्योंकि water table जो होता है वो किस पे depend करता है? We have already understood it. We have studied it in our previous video that the rain is the main source of underground water. If there is no rain, there will be no underground water, and if there is underground water also, the water table will be very low, बहुत ही कम होगा. Okay. Then deforestation. What is deforestation? Deforestation means cutting of forest on a large scale. As we all know that plants are the main source of bringing rain, because through the leaves of the plants water transpire in the form of water vapor, then it condenses and form clouds, and clouds bring rain. Okay. Then decrease in effective area or seepage of rainwater. Because of the urbanization and industrialization in the urban areas, more and more houses, factories and many things are constructed. Because of that, the area is covered and there is no proper seepage of water. What do you mean by the word seepage? Seepage मतलब पानी का अंदर जाना. So the rainwater that is flowing to the ground does not reach to the underground properly because of the decrease in effective area. उसको proper area नहीं मिल रहा है. So these are some of the reasons or factors which affect the water table. India is a vast country and we know the distribution of water is not same everywhere. In some areas there is excessive rainfall or plenty of rainfall which causes flood, and in some areas there is very scanty rainfall which causes drought यानी कि सूखा. So the most important factor responsible for the uneven distribution of water is rain. So the most important factor is rain for the distribution of water, क्योंकि कहीं कहीं पे बहुत ज़्यादा बारिश हो जाती है, then the underground water is replenished, and where there is very scanty of rainfall, the underground water is not replenished and there is a scarcity or shortage of water. Okay, now this mismanagement of water. What do you mean by the word mismanagement of water? Not using the water properly. It means the wastage of water. Mismanagement of water means wastage of water. So how wastage of water can be prevented and how mismanagement of water takes place? It takes place at 3 levels. First one is mismanagement of water by water supply department. In our houses we get water through water supply department. It's a very huge network of pipes provided to all over the city. But what happens sometimes, there is leakage in the pipe which causes the wastage of very precious water. So this is mismanagement of water by water supply department. Now second one, mismanagement of water at the individual level. Knowingly or unknowingly we waste a lot of water while brushing, bathing and cooking. So we should not waste more and more water. We should use the water very carefully and judiciously so that in future we can use water in ample amount. Okay. Now mismanagement of rainwater. As we all know that rain is the main source of underground water. What happens when rain comes? The rainwater goes into the drains and it's wastage. So through rainwater harvesting we can save the rain water and we can replenish the underground water again. Proper management of water. Proper management of water means there should not be mismanagement of water, यानी कि पानी का wastage ना हो, so that we can use water in our future use. So there are some ways by which we can manage the water usage properly. So let us see how we can do the proper management of water. The first one is rainwater harvesting. Rainwater harvesting is a technique in which the rainwater is stored as you can say is stored in percolation pit. Percolation pit मतलब एक ऐसा गड्ढा टाइप का होता है जिसमें रेन वाटर स्टोर हो जाता है. एंड रिचार्जेबल वेल्स हम बनाते हैं जिससे कि जो भी रेन वाटर है वो यूज उसमें आके इकट्ठा हो जाए. एंड when there is need, when there is shortage of water, we can use that water for our purpose. Okay. Then revival of boweries. What do you mean by the word boweries? Boweries are the stepped wells. आपने देखा होगा कि ऐसा कुआं जिसमें सीढ़ियाँ बनी होती है अंदर की ओर जाती हैं, उन्हें हम boweries कहते हैं. So in previously it was used as the source of water, but when they dried up, जब वो सूख गए, they were used, boweries were used as for throwing garbage. But now again boweries are revived, उनको दोबारा recharge किया and they are used as a source of water. Then third is drip irrigation. Drip irrigation is one of the method of irrigation in which the wastage of water is minimized. इसमें हम wastage जो water का होता है बहुत कम होता है what happens in this, as you can see in the figure, आप देखेंगे there in this type of irrigation the pipes are provided, narrow pipes are provided with small holes which provide water to the base of the plant, and there is no excess use of water. Okay, then fourth is wastage of water during the supply of water through pipes and leaking taps. It can be done at individual level कि knowingly और unknowingly हमारे घर पे हम water का waste करते हैं. Suppose by leaking tap most of the water is wasted. So we should avoid that. And when there is water supply, there is the pipe leakage, there also water is coming out, and in this way also the water is wasted. So we should use water very judiciously, properly use करना चाहिए so that there is no wastage of water. Then unnecessary use of water and overdrawing of ground water should be avoided. We should not use unnecessary water, and when there is need then only we should use water. Okay, and unnecessary drawing, हमें बार बार ground water को नहीं use करना चाहिए, otherwise the water table will become very low and underground water will be finished. What role you can play to minimize the wastage of water? So at the individual level, everyone should try to minimize the wastage of water. The first one is get the leaking taps repaired immediately. Whatever leaking taps in our houses there, if they are leaking, get them repaired immediately so that there is no wastage of water. Then take the bath by filling water in a bucket. Instead of taking bath under a running tap, you can use a bucket to take a bath. This will avoid the wastage of water. Then use the water for washing rice, vegetables, etc. for watering the plants. See, we have potted plants in our homes which need water every day. So instead of giving fresh water, clean water, we can use the used water that we have used for washing rice and vegetables. We can water the plants. Okay, then do not use a full flush. When we are using a toilet, instead of using full flush, we should use half flush to avoid the wastage of water. Then mop the floor instead of washing it daily. Instead of washing the floor daily, we should mop it. Mop it मतलब कि पोछा लगा देना चाहिए. Okay. So at the individual level, these are some points through which we can avoid the wastage of water. Okay. Now 22nd March is celebrated as the World Water Day. Remember that 22nd March is observed or celebrated as a World Water Day. Now, effects of water scarcity on plants. We all know that water is important for everyone, whether plant, animal or human beings. So, what to do? So, when we are talking about plants, there is a shortage of water, then what will happen? The plants will die automatically, and if there are no plants, there will be no life on the earth. See, we have potted plants in our homes which need water. We water them daily, and suppose if we are not watering our plants for 2 or 3 days, what happens? They will wilt, वो मुरझा जाएंगे, and after some time they will die. So green plants are very important for us. See, first point is shortage of food. If there is a scarcity of water for the plants, what happens? Shortage of food. हम जानते हैं कि plants make food by the process of photosynthesis, and the roots absorb the nutrients from the soil. Okay, when we are not watering the plants, the root will not uptake the nutrients and will not be able to make the food. So there will be shortage of food for the plant itself and for the animals and human beings who are dependent on the plants. जो कि हम plants पे dependent. Plants अपना खाने नहीं बना पाएगा, न खुद के लिए, न animals के लिए, न ही हमारे लिए. Okay. Then shortage of oxygen for breathing. when there is decreased photosynthesis, जैसे ही photosynthesis decrease होगा, what will happen? The oxygen will also be decreased, because during the process of photosynthesis green plants release oxygen in the atmosphere and we use it for breathing, animals and human beings. So when there is shortage of water, there is scarcity of making the food, and when there is shortage of making the food, decreased photosynthesis will lead to decreased release of oxygen in the atmosphere. Then the third point is lesser rainfall. As we all know that plants are a good source of rainfall. Through the surface of the leaves, plants evaporate water in the form of water vapor by the process of transpiration, and these water vapor, when go high up in the air, they condense and form clouds and bring rain. So when there is no plants, there will be no rainfall also, and automatically everybody will die. So water is very important. Use the water very accurately and in a proper way. We should not waste the water. So this was all about the chapter. I hope all you have understood the topic well. In our upcoming video, we will be discussing the exercises and question answer of the chapter. Hence, it is your activity chapter, so I will be only discussing the exercises and questions you have to do by yourself. Okay, this is your homework for today. Question number 1. What is the advantage of drip irrigation? Okay, then question number 2. When is the World Water Day celebrated? Then question number 3. How are the agricultural activities responsible for the depletion of the water table? Question number 4. Name the most important factor responsible for the uneven distribution of underground water. And question number 5, last one, is what do you mean by deforestation? So these question answers you have to do in your homework copy in a very neat and clean handwriting. So whatever topics I have covered today, go through the chapter thoroughly and do all the question answers. Okay, thank you and have a great day.